Beautiful soul family, welcome back to Follow Your Path, the channel that is here to support you in becoming your most unique, authentic self. Because this world created from a place of human beings being the expression that the universe created them to be, right? Being in their unique expression, their unique journey, offering value from that place, doing the work that they're meant to be doing, offering that energy to the world. That's what it's all about, right? We're in an age now where we're just getting rid of everything that's not who we are. Life is giving us a hand and saying, let me take everything away that you are not. Now, the question becomes, will you hold on to it or will you let it go? This is the process many of us are in. So today's message is this. If you are choosing, intending on being the powerful creator of your experience, you want to let go of the things that are causing you suffering, of those painful patterns, those loops of consciousness that have maybe gripped you for years, right? The habitual thoughts of doubting yourself and kicking the can down the road and being afraid and being stressed out and telling yourself the same motherfucking story. If you want to claim your power and start to build your kingdom, what is it that you have to do? What is it that you got to get real about? It's this. And I said it in the last video. Let's talk about it again. The kingdom of heaven is within you. What does that mean? How do I use that? What is it all about? We're going to talk about that. The kingdom of heaven being within you means there is nothing outside of you. There is nothing that is not available to you, for you are all expressions right here in this moment. And again, maybe you've heard this before. We are coming into the winter season here in Montana. Okay, it's getting cold. What I've trained myself to do and what I help others with is cultivating what is known as the summertime within your consciousness. You are always in a place of summertime inside of you, where your soil is ripe, where your creations are blossoming and blooming and fruitful. Out there in the exterior, it looks like winter. It is winter. Things are dead. The life has gone away, and it's all, of course, part of the cycle. But within you, within us, during this winter season, as you go internal, you recognize that it is your garden inside of you that does not, that maybe has been in winter for many years. Through winter internally is the belief, the false identification that you are just a body and that you're just a person and that your consciousness doesn't have any power and the circumstances tell you what things are. No, the summertime in you, the kingdom of heaven in you, can only be realized by your awareness of it and choosing of it and bringing your awareness inside of you. And this is a training. This isn't something you just do once. You show up every day and do it, because then you communicate to yourself, you communicate to life, to the field, that you are prioritizing your inner nature. You are coming back to God, to the universe, to source, which is within you, as I spoke to in the last video. And this is going to build the ark that Noah talked about, the ark that will rise to the surface and stay above the storms, whether that's going on with material things in the outer world, whether that's emotions that are storming inside of your body. You know who you are, and you rise above all of that with your arc that you're building through your awareness day after day, which you can only truly build by meditation, by living intentionally, by giving yourself space, by being intimate with yourself and knowing your patterns and not being in avoidance energy anymore, but being in creative energy, summertime energy. I'm using the power of my God given imagination to send my life force energy to the places that I would like it to go. I would recommend hanging out in the present moment as much as you can. But if you want to create something, if you want to flow your energy somewhere, send it somewhere constructive, right? You're building your kingdom. Maybe you've had a total collapse of the house of cards, of who you thought you were and the life that you thought you were going to live. All of that just collapsed to the ground, maybe. Okay. Now, you can let that ruin you. You can let that push you deeper into the shadow of victimhood. You can let that keep you in a perpetual loop of self doubt. And there's a lot of compassion here, too, because it feels so real, right? It feels so real to be steeped so deeply inside of that pain and that doubt and that disconnection from yourself, and so pulled into the outer circumstances or the bank account or the job scenario or the relationship, right? That's been just sucking your power away, that you've been giving it to unknowingly. The pain of that story of separation, not realizing that you are at one, which is atonement, which is why things like the Bible talked about it so much. And it was never this religious thing. Oh, you have to atone for your sins. Oh, no, it means becoming at one with everything. You are everything. All states of being within you that can be chosen now, that can be cultivated, that can be focused on, that can be embodied. But instead, the conditioning was the outer circumstances and the stories from the past just owning us, right? We're in the Aquarian age, folks. If you keep doing it that way, if you keep playing out the little human existence and not utilizing your spiritual wisdom, the nature of who you really are, it's going to really suck. It's going to mop the floor with you. And it's done from love. It's so that you can see that that doesn't work any longer. The days of continuing to stay in the illusion are coming to an end, right? It just takes a breath out. I am ready to go into the unknown because the unknown is infinite possibility, and that's where everything that I desire truly from my heart really is. That's where the truth of who I am really is. And I'm more interested in discovering that than staying in this old story that I freaking hate, that sucks, that isn't enjoyable. I've said this before. Do you have any idea? And maybe you don't, and that's why I'm here to try to convey this. You're alive during one of the most potent, powerful, incredible, wild, spectacular transitions of human consciousness from for this many beings on the planet than has ever happened before. This is a cosmic show, and you have a role to play. And your role is this. There is, and if you saw my last video, there's going to be some overlap, so stay with me. It's just going to be expressed in a new way. You came here for the party. You are a piece of it. And your healing and your coming into your own light and your true nature is your contribution to humanity. And as you step into that and do that work, everything else gets revealed, as I've said before, right? It all comes from there. So, as part of this atonement process, what does that really mean? We've had a lot of creations from the darkness, from distortion, from our shadows, right? And some of these have played out for a while. We've chosen similar things over and over again, not past, I don't want to say test, but just the opportunity to get on a new timeline by making a new choice that leads to a new experience. So, atonement is as you walk your healing path, your hero's journey, all of your creations that were done from the shadows, from distortion, from unawareness, they're all going to come back to you like a nice little boomerang. Okay? All the times you doubted, all the times you self-judged, all the times you hurt other people, all the times you didn't think that you were enough, like all of these are going to be reflected back to you during this time in whatever way life's going to do that through characters in your movie, through, again, circumstances, whatever, something in the outer world is going to reflect that back to you. And you now get the opportunity to see them with the eyes of truth, the light of awareness, so that you can re-know yourself, so that the patterns don't repeat. so that the holodynes, the packets of information from your family system, from your lineage keep showing themselves over and over. So the shadows don't have to keep getting louder just for you to see them, so you can integrate them. So this winter offers us, as it always does, a beautiful time to take a little bit of recess, back up a little bit, not do as many outer world things, and cultivate that summertime within you. Is your garden continuing to bear fruits in the wintertime internally? Meaning your manifestations, your creations, you're ripe, right? Life is moving towards you. You know who you are. You can plant an idea in there and it's going to grow and it's going to take form and take shape very quickly because you have that ripe garden inside of you because you know who you are. Okay? Look at me for a second here. You are a song. You are this beautiful instrument being played by infinite love in a way that only you can. And so my suggestion would be to tune into that, feel that, know that, and get out of your little small self story. Let it go. Let the waters take you up to the higher floors. This is what this is all about right now. The kingdom of heaven is the realization that you are eternal spirit and you can do what you choose to do. You've been given those faculties by that which created you. It wanted to see what you would do with that. It wanted to see the way that you would play that song called life. Wanted to see the way that you would dance with it because nothing will ever dance with it the way that you danced with it ever again. And this little bloop in infinity, it wants to see if you will free yourself from the Pharaoh consciousness, from the ego identity mind consciousness, which is wanting and desiring to keep you in a prison. The Watiko, the mind virus that is anti life, anti value, that does not want to see the highest expression of you come out and be realized. This is why this is so important. If all of us tap in and find our true value by virtue of who we are and cleaning the mirror and letting go of everything that's not us, we're all gonna send that into the collective. We're all gonna become examples for one another. And this outer reflection will shift quick. Okay? Now, if you've been in the illusion for a long time, as I was, things are going to feel very real. Sometimes the words that I'm saying aren't going to do justice. Your belief system's going to say, yeah, that's nice, but how do I? Right? It's so fixated on that. But let me ask you this. If you're being honest with yourself and you take an audit of where your energy is going during your day, if you're being honest, can you say that your awareness, that your attention is going to favorable places, that it's going to the feeling of awesome things that you're creating and bringing to life, ideas that you want to bring to life that you're inspired by? Is it going that way, creating more summer, or is it going to the winter and it's creating from the past and it's saying that's not possible, doubt, separation, I need something from out here and to feel better? Right? If you take an honest, real audit of that, you'll see that your attention has been hijacked, it's been scattered all over the place, and there's no power from there, as I've said before. The responsibility of the power that is within us is vast. You can't live in ignorance anymore. You have to see things as they are, and so you got to give some stuff up. That's part of the deal. You've got to give up being in ignorance. Can't be an excuse anymore. It's right in front of you, right? You can't be an asshole. You can't be sending out energies that you don't want to come back to you. That's not loving to you. That's why we talk about self love so much and self esteem, Because when you operate outside of integrity of what you say you value, it's going to hurt more than ever because that higher part of you wants to be in alignment. And when you go outside of it, the pain's going to be real. Okay. But it's just a learning mechanism. This is why forgiveness is such an important aspect of it all. It's learning, it's recalibrating. The shame and the guilt and the lack of forgiveness is only what keeps you in the dark and keeps you in the cave. And in fact, it puts you further back in the cave. Recognize that what we're doing right now is we're alchemizing thousands and thousands of years of momentum. We're leaving behind an entire time period, the Piscean era, that was centered around the ego and conquering and outer world material conquests and look what I did and look at me. Like that's going away. This whole new time period's coming in, and you're a leader in that. As you take a step forward into that, you're allowing this to be available for the future generations. That's admirable. Very courageous of you. That's why we're here. That's why you would be on this channel. That's why we would have a resonance together. Because that's what we're doing. That's what we came here for. Right? Not to live out the karma lifetime after lifetime of the shit that we messed up. No, no, no. It's the mastery time for this one. Tune in for a second. Take a breath. This is it. This is the one you've been waiting for. This is going to be sweeter than you ever could have imagined. You in your power, you in your truth, you in the moment, fully expressed as your authentic nature, in your uniqueness, in your value, in a place of giving rather than taking, in a place of receiving at the same time, where you can shine your light unhindered and you get to enjoy yourself, you get to have fun, you get to feel that life force within you that starts guiding you, and every day becomes exciting, every day becomes new. Behold, I make all things new, which is the present moment, your now awareness. Going from the expectation, the biology of yesterday into the complete knowingness of infinite possibility lying before you to say yes to. Where will your attention go? How committed will you be to loving you and maintaining that internal summertime? Taking 15 minutes a day to just be with yourself and just look, just watch, right? So you can start to loosen the grip of that fractured, wounded mind that does not want to give up control, that false self that was simply a protection mechanism for the most part, mixed with some of that anti-life, anti-value distortion, let's say, right? Because the system out there has everything upside down, right? There's no life-giving parts of this system. It's all take. It's all greed, it's all manipulation, and it's all reliant on us not knowing who the fuck we are. So let's all start knowing who we are so that goes away, right? What, not because we need it to be that, because we choose it to be that, because we know we are worthy of that. And as your consciousness expands, you govern yourself. Order is established within you, and you don't need anything outside to govern you and tell you what to do. It's what's opening up. That's what's here. It's amazing. So, my friends, that's what I got for today. Oh, 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 we're just getting started. Believe me, you are just getting started. Wait till you see, with a little bit of intention and a little bit of focused attention, this thing is going to take off like a rocket. And I can't wait to see what you do with it because you are me. And your healing is my healing, and your transformation is my transformation, and the world's transformation. Imagine if we all took on that idea, that truth, that awareness. Hmm. Huh. That'd be cool. Wonder what that would do. Hmm. Let's find out. That's what I say. Let's find out. You're a beautiful being. It's time to recognize that and stop playing the false games. Stop being in the bad dream. Feel that. This is your time. Let it all crumble if you have to. Let it all come down. Breathe. As I said before, get the support. Know. Be still and know that you are God. You have the divine within you. You have everything inside of you, just waiting for you to align with it and know that. Conviction, gnosis. No doubt. You have to cross the river of doubt into knowing. Okay? Keep this at the forefront of your mind. Show yourself, show the quantum field, show the algorithm of life that you are paying attention in a new way so that you get different suggested videos, so that you get more supportive things to help you on your unique path. Much love. I will talk to you soon. We're going to have a bunch of videos coming out that I'm excited for, so watch out for that. And make sure if you're watching, I don't usually ask for this, but if you're here till the end, you're probably already subscribed, but a lot of people watch this and don't subscribe. And of course, that's how this thing works. It gets it out there to more people so more eyes can see it. And it's not about anything to like build my channel. It's more about like, let's get these types of messages out to more people. And so that's your way to contribute. If you found value in this message in any of my videos, that's a great contribution. Engagement, subscribing, talking to other people, sharing your part of your journey in the comments. I want to hear about it. I want to interact like that because this is a rocket ship. We're going and we're together on that. We're on the same team. One human family. Imagine that. All right. Love you all. See you soon. Oh, as always, almost forgot this. Peace within, and here is peace without.